It's like
he was born in Lamron, like born
Lamron. Like, see what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, Lamron.
This is part of Lamron, right?
Yeah. Dirk's homie Tasky got killed back in 2011. And Tasky was allegedly repping Lamron before he died. Dede and Lil Durk were always tight. But while Durk was trying to make it in the rap game, Dede was neck deep in the trenches and allegedly clapped back and caught a body after Tasky got killed. A GD set called Shields.
Chill. Get that.
Good luck. Trenches and allegedly clapped back and caught a body after Tasky got killed. According to Tasky got killed by some dudes. Shields. Tay-Town and Lamron had serious beef with Shields back then, and a dude from Shields named Nino killed another Lamron affiliate named Weezy in 24. A lot of bodies that were allegedly Lamron, but most of them were never confirmed, and some of the dudes who allegedly died in the Shields and Lamron beef were actually taken out by different sets. But in 2014, OTF Dede allegedly slid on Shields with two other BDs and Travis. Had to sit down for a few years, and that's when they got into it with Lil Sean from PBG. Some PBG dudes were allegedly cool with some BDs in O-Block and other hoods, but PBG was also cool with some of their ops. Lil Sean and OTFD. Sean was tight with a rapper from PBG named Young Pappy. Young Pappy was one of the hottest up-and-coming drill rappers in Chicago at the time, and everyone thought he was going to be the next to blow up. He was known for his 2 Cups mixtapes and tracks like Killer that racked up. Pappy was one of the most on the track Shot Rack, he rapped, "Be this way till they put me to rest, nigga. Either that or till I'm under arrest, nigga. Put that gun to your mouth like it's crest, nigga. Show up to your address, that Ooh, he really showed up to an ops crib and knocked on their front door. Eventually it all caught up to him, because before Young Pappy had a chance to blow up and make out of Chicago, he was tragically shot and killed. 4800 block snuck up behind him and shot Young Pappy right in the back. Pappy ended up getting killed, and that's when Lil Sean allegedly started crashing out. Rumors say that he killed a dude named Von LaFleur while he was working the trigger on 2 dudes from Loke City. Sean only got booked for 1 murder, but he was also listed in a police report after AJ from Loke City got killed. OTF Dede and Lil Sean were both allegedly putting major pressure on their ops, and then they got into a fight when they ran in. We don't know clear to the cops that they weren't going to talk about the situation. Dede held it down while he was locked up. He got out on bond in 2019. One of the crazy situations that Lil Durk put up $90K for OTF Dede to come home on bond, but his homies weren't the only ones waiting for him to get out of jail. Right after Dede got out, set him up and
Okay.
The ops held guns to Dede's head, cut off his dreads, and then made him eat out a woman who was on her recorded the whole thing. According to rumors, Dede got set up by the girl, and that's how the ops caught him black. Dede was one of the most feared in town, and he even got the nickname The Threat, because he was allegedly putting so much pressure on the ops. So in the video of him getting tortured like that, it shocked the whole. There are a lot of different stories about what happened after Dede got kidnapped, but none of them have been confirmed. Some people think Up got killed down, but it's not clear if Dede ever got back at the dudes who kidnapped him. Dede encountered the situation ever since it happened, though. Mimo 600 also took shots at Dede. OTF back in the day, but Lil Durk's brother D-Thing is one of our was never really tight with Mimo. There was some internal drama with Mimo and OTF. Rumors around that Durk wanted to kick him off the label. Mimo was also trying to get a records. That somebody in OTF was trying to blackball him and stop his industry deals. Having label beef is one thing, but to another level, a situation where he got kidnapped. So Dede clapped back and said he was going to put hands on Mimo when he caught him. There were a lot of people got the drop on Dede. It was a dude named O-Dog. Mimo was talking to Dede's homie Can and some other dudes and said that they were Mimo clowned all of them for not sliding for Dede.
Y'all ducking Loke Dog. Buddy who raped Dede, stop acting stupid on LA. How you don't even know the nigga's name? Y'all ain't even worried about fucked up. See, y'all don't even know the nigga's name. So y'all ain't even looking for the nigga name.
And then Dede clapped back and clowned Mimo snatch. Mimo and but Mimo still rocking with Lil Durk. After Durk got booked by the feds, Mimo dropped a smirk and no bragging rights, free smirk. Ain't thinking twice, shoot first. Or the dirt. Mind, you're gonna get murked. A dude from O Block named Big Mike also talked about Dede getting his dreads cut off. Big Mike was tight with Dede and used to get in fights with him when they were both locked up.
Yeah, Dede, we was in a fight together. Dede to watch me beat ass. I to watch Dede beat.
He said he never would have let the ops treat him like they did OTF Dede. And kill him because they were recording.
You ain't finna do me like that. I ain't cool. It ain't happen. Y'all gonna have to kill. And he should have known because they.
A lot of people were clowning Dede after he got his dreads cut off, but that doesn't mean he wasn't dangerous. Most of the stories about him haven't been confirmed. Back in 2020, Cash and Lennox Small, and then Dede and some other affiliates ran Cash out of the spot. Then in 2022, we dissed King Von and took a book for killing Cash. But rumors say that Dede was involved with the hit. Lil Durk dissed Cash on the track, threats to everybody, and raps. Think I'm playing? Tree. And on the set, Dede and Jam said, "You don't believe in demons? Tell Lil Bro, how about that demon door? We put belt to ass and shoot him fast." I got Jam and Dede the same. Some people think Dede was Lil Durk's top shooter because Durk was always shouting him out on tracks like X's when he raps. You just call Dede a rapper, he a killer. And on the track Back Door, I'm the voice. That means don't get stretched because phone him tweaking off the X. Dede ended up beating his murder case that he caught in 2014, but he allegedly never stopped putting pressure on the ops. One of his biggest ops. Two other dudes named Flocka and Brown Eyes have all been charged with killing Lil Pop while they were trying to take out Quando Rondo. According to the paperwork, Vonnie and Durk were in Miami when they found out that Quando Rondo was in LA. Vonnie jet while Dede and Vonnie is allegedly the one who got the guns, whips, and a hotel for the shooters to stay at. But what's crazy about the situation is that Vonnie allegedly used an OTF credit card to pay for everything. Evidence up on. OTF got picked up first for the murder. A day later, Durk was arrested at the airport in Miami after the FBI was tipped off that he booked flights. First, Italy. Durk was arrested for conspiracy to commit murder for hire, and while he was locked up, he got hit with 2 more felony charges. In the new indictment, claim that Durk bragged about the track Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. Durk rapped, "Told me they got Natty, got location, green light. Look on the news and see your." Oh no. The situation even worse is that someone in the crew is allegedly snitching on everyone. According to Rome, TF Jam, after he picked up a gun charge, he's the reason that everyone else is going down. Jam spent 12 years behind bars on an attempted murder. Like Durk was taking home. Then in 2023, Jam went back to jail on a gun charge, and that's when he allegedly flipped. November 2024, flying at OTF Jam had been shot and killed. Someone posted a video of an ambulance at a crime scene where a dude kept screaming no. The video was all over it. And Jam got killed in a drive-by. It turns out the story was all capped though, and the video was actually from the murder of a New York drill rapper named CJ Rilla. But before he popped off, October 2024, and the crime scene footage was all over social media. So OTF Jam didn't get caught up in the shooting, but some people think he's got a huge, even though there's no concrete evidence. It's wild because Jam and Durk have been tight forever, but now a lot of people think Jam is taking OTF down completely. Most of the dudes But they also brought in Flocka and product with those two on the hit. But rumors say it's because Quando and Lil Bob might have recognized the OTF guys. Before all of the beef kicked off between King Von and NBA Youngboy, Quando
Dirk and Dede are cousins. He's been around Dirk since day one, way before the money and fame. When Dirk signed him, but he was always a gangster that just did rap on the side. Dede had a notorious reputation in the streets. Dirk will refer to him as the nick. Actually, one of.
Make sure y'all hang around to the end. As far as alleged shooters or alleged killers being shouted out in songs, at the end of this video, this is long. So when this is done, I want to ask y'all a couple questions.
Tay-Town's top shooters. With a reputation like that, it's no surprise self-linked murders. As I mentioned earlier, one of Tay is a gang. 3rd, 2012, a member of Shields named Travis Henry was sitting in a car with a friend on the 5600 block of South Shields Avenue when a blue van hopped out of the van and opened fire. Repeatedly, the shooter then hopped back into the van and fled the scene. Travis's friend was able to flee unscathed, but sadly, Travis was shot multiple times and pronounced dead on the scene at just 19 years old. Dede would get arrested 2 years later, on November. This is
2 years later. We keep seeing these examples of people think that they got away with stuff. Obviously, he's going to beat this murder, right? But arrested for 18-year-olds.
Him to police as the shooter. He was hit with 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Witness testimony can often be shaky, and witnesses often recant safety. Prosecutors didn't have strong evidence in his case, so after 5 years, Dede was granted a $90,000 bond in 2019. So, following his release, Dede's ops would capture him and do something truly sickening to him. The next part of the story is truly disgusting. He would get set up. They held him up at gunpoint. Dede's ops then proceeded to rob him and
but they call it a pre-plea report on her. So I get how everybody got the impression that they got, but no, let's look at the act. In this motion, he's basically just saying that he wants permission from the court to have the government prepare a PSI, and the government has agreed to do so. And the reason why he wants that is that the evidence he wants, which are the factors that could help Dede. He want to look at the aggravating factors, which are the factors that could hurt him, but are not necessarily a part of the case. Could be a part of the case, but it could be like gossip or something. So he can tell Dede which direction he believes he needs to go with the case. If you read the actual motion, It does not say anything about the government and the defense being involved in plea negotiation that it'll normally say. Say that even a plea agreement is bad, but it's just to say that in this case, that's not what's happening. So for all the people who saying, "Oh, you finna take a plea, finna cop out on them," that's not what this means. It's an actual. The feds go off guidelines. So if he can get his PSI prepared right now, then he can get a look at what his guidelines range will be right now. And the PSI can have stuff to some trouble with some white. But for right now, he just want to get a good gauge on what his client is actually facing. I think it's important for people like myself to do videos like this because now I can see how a person law or even been in a situation before. You don't even have to know the law, just be in a situation and know how to fight a case. I can see how you could misinterpret that or get it misconstrued. So on this type of situation, because the wrong information being spread around could cause problems, for both parties, for Dede and for Dirk. So I felt like it was important for me to clear this up, y'all, with a live too.
Lil Durk to appear before the court on January 14th has already pushed back against the decision. Oh, it's going down, y'all. It's going down. Oh, this fucked up. Hey, hold on, y'all. Pay attention to this, right? Let's go up. It say Lil Durk back, right? Now let's go back down. Lil Durk's co-defendant Asa Boogie Houston, who was set to appear before the court on January 14th, has already pushed the decision. He like, nigga, fuck what Durk talking about, nigga. Oh, it's over, man. Brandy. Oh, so Boogie like, nigga, I don't agree with what Durk talking about. I want to go to trial January 14th. I don't want to wait all the way to the dog. Let me know if y'all can see this. Can y'all read that clear? Yeah. All right. So we got converse. Lil Durk, Blood, Mustafa Abdul Malak.
Brown eyes.
Lord,
Why they
we
gonna
got
call That's crazy.
a.k.a. Von. We got DeAndre
They
Dontrell
call a
Wilson,
nigga
a.k.a.
Brown
Period
Eyes.
Blood,
Crazy.
a.k.a. Flocka. We got David Brian Lindsay, a.k.a. Hey, baby.
Brown eyes.
Yeah, baby. Brown Eyes. And we got Asa Houston, a.k.a. Book.
Brown eyes
this shit.
How you gonna call it
First,
dude brown eyes?
after reviewing the case size stipulations, all other government formed by counsel for the defendant Houston that defend. All right, fuck all that. Hey,
I'm
look,
not
we
calling
about
them eyes, bro.
I ain't about to. Somebody read that shit and come to Discord and give us a. I wanna see this real quick. Somebody got to give me the summary. We ain't reading all that shit. Oh, look.
Hell no, man. Oh, no, nigga, brown eyes.
That everyone was still about. We would first like to thank everyone for their support, their love, you know, that us as a family. I'll leave all legal issues to the lawyers to break that thing. Dealing with that legal family as far as me as a father, one thing I can say is that it's mighty that good out there. Once he stayed away from all the gang banging and this and the doing things out there. When he on his dean now, practicing religion, doing things for the community, bringing about peace and throughout, you know, all of a sudden now he being indicted.
Dirt Daddy is a motherfucking fool, man. First of all, what the fuck do beans and all this shit? What Dad Dirt? The nigga knew this shit was coming, and then he said, "Let me change my life around. Let me start Chicago." This nigga's a goddamn fool. Big Dirt, man. First of all, you don't this nigga DNA. I mean, come on, man. The nigga, hey, let me tell y'all something. Shit in the hood, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Is there a DNA test here? Because Dirt, the man don't look nothing like his mama or hell, man. Who is this nigga dad? Now don't tell me she just was fucking with this nigga. He was a drug dealer and fucking. I'm going to after you. Nigga daddy, man. Get the fuck not a bitch. Has anybody thought about this for a second? Who the hell is this man? Y'all know I gotta pop my shit. I'm ready to talk shit. Who the hell is this dude, man? Hey, Dirt, bro. I think we need to go and talk to your mom one good time. I have, man. Because I don't know. No, the fuck he don't look like no damn Dirt. No, he don't. No, he don't. I'm being ghetto right now. I'm being ghetto than a motherfucker. It is what it is. He probably, but now we do this shit with everybody else. We got this. We need Maury. Hey, Maury, man, do us a favor, man. Go get Dirt DNA, man, and match it with this nigga, man. Because that.
You know, just right off the Muslim conference that we had in Chicago, calling for peace. Now, 3 to 4 days later, he's been indicted after that. You know, when all the people that got killed, not what it's about, and then he get indicted. But now he's being indicted for that. So look at the bigger picture here. I'm trying to do.
Man, don't listen to him. Listen to me.
Damn. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't listen to this nigga, man.
Damn, wolf.
It is called if you was a killer in the street, you was gang banging and you got ops, right? And you decide, you know what, I don't want to gang bang no more. I want to change my life. Fuck all that. What's stopping them ops from catching you 3-4 days later and killing your stupid ass? So, black community, we find excuses for shit. Let me tell y'all something, man.
That dumb bitch.
We don't never hold our own. You said, so now you blaming the feds for Dirt making music. Now you blaming the feds now you, for all what your son was doing. And then when it come to push, come to shove, was real. Nigga, if we go to jail, ass wasn't making them songs. Instead of, if your homie snitch, you might as well not get a lawyer. If you be falling thousands of emotions, trying to get the fuck about this bitch, where's them lyrics at? We finna fight for a speedy trial, try to get the evidence. I'm on a bond, can I? That? You don't rap like that. Tell a nigga go slide, sit your bitch ass through the time, don't snitch. That's it. Where's all this shit at in lyrics? Who told this motherfucker to get on the fucking camera and just lie? Now I know that's your son. Wink, wink, we hope. We hope. Because I know a lot of hood mamas who did that. Hey, Big Dirt, you know what it was, Big Dirt? What it was, man? This nigga Dirt mama had. You ain't Dirt child. Your ass went and that back for big motherfuckers, they believe in DNA test back in the day. How much y'all want to bet? Bet $1,000 right now ain't no DNA test. That ain't Dirt Daddy. That DJ ain't Daddy. And I want to bet that DJ that the first child, I know for a fact we all got cousins. We all got all that to where the first child, that's his child. But then the second kid, you know, they really know what it is. Dirt. Oh, you fuck 4-5 niggas at the time. You feel what I'm saying? You don't really want to, y'all broke up. He ain't want to fuck with you like that no more. So you like, I got the most money in the world and it'll be and more understanding, especially for everybody that, you know, we just gonna have him be Dirt Daddy. Man, I got a cousin right now with the last name of the 4. 3. So I got 2 twin cousins and they got a younger sister. The 2 twin cousins, last name, Johnson, and she got a whole different daddy, and they ain't got, and her daddy name ain't got nothing to do with Johnson, and the mama name ain't got nothing to do with Johnson. She took on, hey man, we just gonna talk about it. Wrong, man, to be putting this type of message out, man. And this is why I always say, bloggers is better than these niggas. You wanna know why? Because if it wasn't for us bloggers, y'all wouldn't have got one of the best. You know what one of the best?
Anything green.
Pellico.
I never had it, but
Guess who one of the number one niggas on why Pellico was even made? We made that bitch ass nigga make a sensation. If you let half that shit he was talking about come from. Niggas be getting on blog and live from you. Well, Vaughn. Where that come from? Why would I tell on Vaughn that who led the campaign? I be beating up the goofy this shit and about Asian. Who, nigga? Bitch, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't even have belly coat. Straight up. When I was saying he was fucking niggas' mamas and shit, I fucked one time. I told what could do because I think it's cruel. What? Huh? Explaining itself like a motherfucker. And half that shit came from this channel, nigga. That's why we explain themselves, nigga. You just talking, shut the fuck up. Type of one, if I led the whole Calvary that he told on Vaughn on the whole internet, nigga. Shit, and everything else can. Type of one, hold the fuck on. Because I see we got motherfuckers in here who don't want to give nobody no credit on where it's due, motherfucker. Led the Calvary on King Vaughn, the one when he made that that bogus that got on the I just want to say I'm innocent. All this shit. Wait a minute here. When big bad niggas. Hold on, y'all. Huh? Hold it. That nigga on that actors you gotta come up with content to get paid. So I know what to do to make these taking what he said in response to me and put it on here. And I'm treating it as content and I'm getting paid while he ain't make a dollar. So thank you for responding because you niggas fall for the whoop every time.
That nigga said dirt.
And now
Hey, Zoo. Yeah, boy.
The feds did say he the one that recruited. He's on the stand and he's taking the onus for everything. It'll fuck up everything. Take the stand and call for dirt. But I'm gonna take the stand and cause
Ooh.
Them couple dudes that take the stand gonna say everything that I'm gonna say, but they gonna say Dirt asked us to commit this murder for hire. I'm gonna say they lying. I paid them. I was on the scene.
You know what I'm saying?
I was there.
I need that.
I got everybody information. I recruited them two niggas. I did this.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
lying on Dirt. No. And if you a jury, 9 times out of 10, the niggas that's infiltrated Dirt already criminals. And then you gonna say, damn, it's somebody that was on the scene that the feds did say he paid. That paid them two niggas. He's on the stand and he's taking the onus for everything. Now what that'll do is it'll fuck up everybody else.
He's stuck.
Hey, they guilty.
He's stuck. That motherfucker.
So you snitching on somebody. Asa with this shit. Y'all see in the paperwork and say Asa is not with prolonging the trial. He wants to go to trial this month. Fuck all this waiting shit. What we doing? Asa know what's going on. Asa know what's happening. That's the only way to save Dirk. That is the only way to save Dirk. Because if you go to trial, he's not going to get a guilty conviction. He's not. Exactly what he's about to plead up to take the case. For murder for hire. He probably gonna plead on a life sentence or a long ass time. But I don't think none of them gonna take the charges off their leeches. Y'all not understanding. The charges can stick to Dirk. That's I know what they doing, bro. Trust me. Dirk charges is gonna still. But he's gonna have to go to trial. And Dede gonna be the one that throw a wrench in everything when it comes to Dirk. Because he's gonna agree to type of charge that Dirk got. Because he's gonna say he paid everybody, Dirk ain't paid nobody, I did. He's gonna own up, and then when it's time, he's gonna take that stand. People that take the stand, he told us to do that, he put the hit out. Then he gonna come back and be like, they lying, Dirk ain't say nothing, I'm the one. And I'm taking up my responsibility. Then when you leave it up in the jury hands, 12 jurors ain't gonna find that nigga guilty on murder for hire, bro. No. Yeah, cool. But with Diddy on the stand, 12 jurors ain't finding that nigga guilty, bro. Y'all must have forgot Dirk got another Rico coming. Oh, well, that's this. I'm just talking about if OTF Diddy get on that stand and say what I think he gonna say, there's no way 12 jurors gonna convict him. Walker Flocker get jumped, yes, Walker. There's no way. That's not. It can't be nobody else but Diddy. Because Diddy controlled the money. Diddy controlled everything, him and Bonnie, bro. Them the only two. Like with the shooters, I don't even his name even know Dirk. Diddy not taking that case. He could though for the bag. Somebody got to for him to come on. They got to. If not, but I think that's. I'm not even saying it's working. I'm just saying Diddy. I think that's what Diddy trying to do, though. Yes, he's going to have to snitch. He's going to have to snitch on Asa, Vonnie, because when you agree. Depends on what's on the wiretap. That's why they getting all the information. See, I'm trying to tell y'all that independent to hand over a whole bunch of gigabytes. Let me see exactly. 230 gigabytes of digital court surveillance footage of reports concerning murder, but they're going to then go through all that. If Diddy could find a way for Dirk to get out, he's going to take that case. And I want to talk about it too. And I'm God opinion and truth. Have y'all even speak on them other niggas? Guys are free. OTF are free to people I love.
The only person they speak on by name is Smirk. Ain't no love in this shit, man. I ain't seen one nigga verbally. I ain't seen one nigga not one. I would hear them say free dirt, but not one. But the feds have a 98% conviction rate off plea deals. They have a 70-30% conviction rate off guilty and not guilty. Don't forget that. Your best is not guilty or not or guilty. I'm telling you. If you look it up, have I think a 67% conviction rate when it comes to just receiving guilty, not guilty. What they with evidence to make you take that plea deal because they're able to give you numbers that's past with the fucking 2 months. They only gonna give you months. Shout out to LS for no, it's not 98. It's only a 98% conviction rate off guilty and not guilty. Feds. Guilty. Rate. Oh, no, guilty, not guilty rate.
Holy shit. Really tripped me out. It didn't seem like it was this cold last year. You know what I'm saying? At least it ain't like that.
All right, so I'll put it like this.
They
1,900 defendants in criminal cases. About 44% went to trial and were acquitted. So think about something. That's 290 out of 71,000. Oh. So if you take them plea deals off, 209. All right, I'm gonna go to something better. Hold on. Let me go to something better. It was a shit where I was thinking about 2020. Take plea deals out. So on acquittals and let me see. I don't got
You know what I'm saying? I think I even, you know what I'm saying?
let me see. Okay, in the United States court system, the conviction rate and indictment rate rose from approximately 75% to 85% between 1972 and 1990. But 2000. Hold on.
there are frequent guilty pleas in the United States that said the conviction rate might not accurate because the charges are dropped. So even for a murder, you got 70%. What's that? Great. Felonies, misdemeanor, 4%. 73, 70, 69, 67, 45. So murder, you get 70%. It's a website to where y'all not listening. AK giving us scenarios that could play out that sound more realistic to me. Yeah. All right. So, I can't. It's a federal database that keep everything. But they basically were trying to say was if you take out plea deals is what raised because to the one that said which one? I'll go back to the one that said crazy ass one that said like 200 something people. Hold on. All right. 2022. 1,954 defendants in federal criminal cases. About 0.4 went to trial and were acquitted. So if you do 290
anyway, but I was like,
hold on. I'm another. An overwhelming majority of cases did not go to trial. All right, so I think this is gonna show. Overwhelming majority of defendants in federal cases that year did not go to trial at all. About 9 to 10, 89% pled guilty. As some data from the administrative office of the U.S. court. If you all right, so how Cleveland murder rate is higher than Chicago, right? Chicago. Per person,
yeah, they're great.
People die frequenter here. Okay, so if you take out the convictions of 30% chance of beating the bitch. Literally. Pleading guilty, 10% had their case dismissed. So if you got 96%, all right, so like right here. 86% rate. I mean, of their 100, 86 took pleas, guilty pleas. They had their case dismissed.
Oh.
So if you take some of them people that either got scared, they not educated enough, it's like, damn, I gotta take this plea deal, bro. You can't beat them, dude. You can't. So Dede got to take everything while Dirk still goes to trial. He can't plea out because you're pleading guilty plea. Dede the one who's gonna take the guilty plea, and the guilty plea, and got to charge Dirk. So Dirk gonna go to court. Dede, all the stitches and shit gonna get on court. Then Dede gonna get up there on court, and Dede gonna That's how people beat it.
Yeah, you got a point, bro.
Then if you get
Mhm.
what we don't be going to the feds and beating the bed, but it takes shit like this to happen though. I'm telling you, 71,000 people pleaded guilty to the feds. Didn't plead guilty. 290 of them thousand got acquitted and went home. What's 290 out of 1,000? What is 290? Only 290, and this number came out of this number. So if we minus that, 70,000 people pled guilty. 1,000 people pled not guilty. And 30 split, am I not right? 90 of 1,000. If my math is correct, 300 of 1,000 is 70. 30%, right? Okay, that's all I'm saying. But when you just take in plea deals and overall, the feds got a high ass conviction rate. They do 90 out of 1,000, and you do the 290 out of 71,000. Then you're gonna have a 90-something% conviction rate because so many people just not going to court. But the ones that actually go to court be winning. The ones. It's just they scared motherfuckers. It's just like the feds, the way they come. You're going to go to court because you're thinking about, damn, if I'm going to go to court and I lose, I'm going to get 390 months. I'm going to just take a.
And I know them, they don't be like, oh no, you know, our defense is on point.
You're not beating them right out.
Nah,
it's the appeal process that makes you win.
No,
Marcus Commodore. Acting like nobody ever got found not guilty out the feds. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? They don't have 100% conviction rate, nigga. What are you talking about? And even if you do beat them on appeal, you still. They now watch these other YouTubers start saying everything they can't say. Oh, they gonna start coming. Ain't no YouTuber broke down the feds' actual conviction rate without plea deals. Ain't no YouTubers broke down what Diddy can. That way you create reasonable. Like in any courtroom, it's just reasonable doubt on them jurors and make one of them jurors feel like, well, the dude, DeAndre, he did make a good case for Dirk not doing it. And as long as you. Or they gonna do a retrial, and by that time, nigga, your ass done. And Dirk got. And once again, what saved Dirk was his ass wasn't on that scene. That's really what saved Dirk. He wasn't on that scene. From him not being on that scene and paying the. That's what's. If there's any transaction that Dirk paid, he's done. You saying it now and said he just said the same thing 20 minutes ago. I went on live and said, "Shut your bitch ass up, shut the fuck up." I was on Instagram way early. Bitch ass up, dick ride another nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You niggas did the same thing earlier. I also made a whole video about fucking finesse 2 times, and everybody was coming there like, said his first word, nigga. The king, nigga. And shout out to Ceddy. He learns a lot from me. Fuck is niggas talking about? That nigga went live 40 talking about this shit for an hour and 20 minutes. Ceddy live ended 44 minutes, and I've been on here talking for an hour at least. How long I've been on here? At least for an hour and 20 minutes, I've been talking about this one thing. So Ceddy, you probably looked at your little brother live. It went live, and you was like, yeah, it's say AK. I see how you did. That nigga even did the rap like me, bro. I'm like, oh, this nigga said it.
That nigga said finesse.
That nigga
Finesse.
rap like me. And how would I be copying the nigga when I'm nigga, I've been on live for 3 hours.
Finesse 2 times, nigga.
Said he has been more successful lately, okay. Said he
said dede.
man, real for real. So what's going on with this New Orleans shit? Do a promo for
So Vonnie and Houston, Austin Houston, which is Boogie, Asa Houston, first them two. So now, and I'm assuming that the rest will be putting in this ex parte motion. Okay, select phrase only, or by or for one party. In legal context, it has multiple meanings. Communication involved with a party communicates directly with the judge without other parties. Judges are not allowed to communicate unless the law explicitly permits it. Ex parte decision is by requiring all parties to dispute to be present, saying that they people ain't ready. They still ready. You know, ex parte motion, a motion for an order response from the other side. Orders are usually temporary and are only in place until a full hearing can be held. A process used by coverage for enrollees who have no countable income. All right, so that's what in this OWL overview. So OTF co-defendants, man, they up under a gun, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. They up under a microscope. Like, they got evidence. Him Dirk after he told him. Vonnie on the plane with Dirk, and then he going through some bullshit. And, you know, at this point, bro, everybody just trying to, you know, get out of it, or, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know about this. To federal prison, and let me know what y'all think this means. Don't be biased or none of that. Just let me know what it means, man, because we want to That's what's going on. He has put it in with two more co-defendants. We'll be waiting on Lil Durk and the rest of them soon.
Definition of what's going on 5 hours ago. 13 hours ago, I brought to y'all what it was and ourselves. Fucking he just did. He didn't even say that. That's the funny part. So, this was filed yesterday for Dontrell Wilson. He did anything, but not he picked up. Application for plea pre-sentence report limited criminal history for defendant DeAndre Dontrell Wilson. Declaration of the D's again. Goddammit. It's supposed to be D. There she is, the Black person. It says that they're asking the court for an order to direct the United States to prepare a pre-plea to dede's criminal history category. The government does not oppose application. Application is based on the attached declaration of Daniel somebody. The files and records in this case, evidence are argued prior to the ruling of this application. Now, let me pause it right there. After I had our live, I had checked and discovered that there were some new documents that dropped. But as you can clearly see right here, what this is.
If you have original A and B, have you considered Part C? Medicare Part C is sometimes known as a Medicare Advantage plan, and it's one of the best ways to help protect yourself from out-of-pocket Medicare costs. If you only have Medicare, 3 things you should do. 2, give the licensed insurance agent your zip code. 3, see what Part C plans with benefits are available to you.
2 is an order telling the probation what they call a PSR, pre-sentence report. That's it. That's all. In the live, I do go through and look up the way that because that was dropped as well. And let me just show you that real quick. This is how you tell Swiper is actually getting the documents or if he's just swiping other people's content. Because he ain't saying nothing about that other woman. Filed with this application. Daniel must be his attorney, okay? Yep. Okay. Declaration. dede. Okay. I'm Daniel and attorney. And I'm doing this for free. Okay. This is his case number. United States versus the preparation of pre-sentence report. I had never heard those put together in one though. So we're gonna have to look that up while we're live here. To assist me in will help me correctly determine Mr. Wilson's potential sentencing and accurately his options in this case. Boy, this sounds a whole lot like what you make it happen. Like I said, this was like at 7 o'clock in the morning. What we had just finished, but it was Houston that had done the document the other day, doing it. Vonnie has not done one, and I'm going to prove that to you here directly. Communicated with Assistant United States Attorney Danny regarding his position. And Danny's advised that the Office of the United States Attorney has. Okay. I have discussed the need for this request with Dede, and he consents. So under perjury, he just gets perjury all the time. They never do that to him. That the foregoing is true and correct knowledge and belief. You can pass it, wow. This is the proposed for this. Okay. Now, if you see right here, it's Patricia Haviland's whatever. So I'm saying, what is what? In a nutshell, it's an error. And they're going to have to correct it. This is for Dede. And what happens at this point in the live is I go on this long mission. Let's Claire Patricia. She's a peckerhead, something another, area nation, I don't know, whatever. Ain't got nothing to do with this. So like, one of the, more than likely, when they did the template to print out the form, they didn't clear those of y'all in the government, in the court system, is templates. They clear out the blank spots and fill in the new, information, the new whatever. This one just happened to not be done correctly, maybe because it was the holidays and they didn't want to be at work, whatever the reason. Irrelevant to the definition of.
The Bali Breathe collection is available at Kohl's. The new collection features everyday bras, breathable.
Whoa. And one day all of this will be yours. Thank you. That's not all I'm leaving you. I just called and got a guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policy for less than $7. It'll help cover my final expenses.
Oh, Mom, you're not going anywhere.
I wasn't planning on it.
You are between the 85 and 85. You are automatically qualified for up to $25,000 in insurance coverage. Questions and no medical exams. You can't be turned down due to health. You are accepted. At just $6 per month, with most benefits paid in as little as 20.
What this is for? Enough COVID-19. Listen. The report is a document instructing the probation department to conduct a pre-sentence investigation report on criminal history, typically done when a plea deal is being negotiated. Guilty. Okay, so then he is discussing a plea bargain. Okay, I did not catch. Neo-Nazi gang or whatever that's got indicted. And I want you to watch this man's look on his face speaks for itself.
Done that through various criminal means, including financial fraud, including drug and amassing wealth in order to further the enterprise.
The group comprised of men and women, the San Fernando Valley with SFV tattoos, which they also used to mean searching for victims. The DOJ says Nazi paraphernalia, replica Nazi uniforms, and posters of Hitler. The name of the organization is a slur in jail against. In jail, they have formed a criminal alliance with the Aryan Brotherhood.
They will pay proceeds activity. Aryan Brotherhood members incarcerated. This is known as a form of taxes. By doing so, have greater to commit criminal activity outside of prison. They benefit this alliance with the Mexican mafia.
In their 4-year investigation,
He would hell. I'm sorry, just look on his face. It's crazy. Alright, let's keep going. Claire Patricia. This is to determine Claire Patricia Haviland, somebody's criminal history category. What is she? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get what the report itself is supposed to mean. But baby tsunami that suggested that this just might be a mistake. Because the template, they forgot to make the adjustments on it. I didn't want to misquote who it was that suggested that. She ain't got nothing. Not if she's sitting up there with 67 buddies, pecker buddies, whatever the fuck they call it, being indicted over there yonder thing. Documents. I mean, it's possible, but it's, it's only on that other one. So you might be right. I'm over here chasing peckerhead something or another and don't even know why. I was confused. Because I read somewhere where it said, and we got damn, did they just there with peckerwoods? Yeah, they did.
What the fuck? They talk about all type of, you know what I'm saying? Weird ass shit.
It's a real family. It's like we all adapt to each other. Like everybody got their own relationships with each other. On their like that's how deep it is. But that's important though.
I could call any one of y'all and just be like, you know what I'm saying, talk to them about it. They'll give me real the same situation. makes it.
They're concerned about image. They're trying to create an image.
Put the M's in your bank.
While they listen to the music.
Push each other out of the way.
That's
Boot
what
it up. That's the real vibe.
That's the one we talking about. Yo, it can come in the weak shit. I'll be the one that's like.
He right that shit in jail.
Damn.
I hear it. Oh, damn.
That's my shit. Like, head up. Go on, redo that motherfucker.
Got a couple of like that, but
But he'll be in his mind like.
It's a good film for sure. Definitely.
supporting, stay true to us. We gonna keep on getting y'all this good music for sure.
Any words on and brilliant.
His body, he was really up on like how I was when I was fighting my legal situations and shit, you know what I'm saying? I finally just got off the
Oh, so you can move around freely.
So yes, that's why I'm telling you, it's on flow with us, man. You hear me? Like I ain't been able to be around my brothers for real in the limelight and being work and stand on top of real business. So now it's on the flow. Like I don't want to talk over this. You hear me? It's up though.
Man, for both y'all, like that bird in the shoulders now.
Wonderful,
Like
man.
a second chance, you know how that go, man. Come from under that, like,
It's meant to be, man. Like I told you, man. I'm saying a lot of people really actually same time. You know what I'm saying? We matter of fact, we got me and Dede both called our bodies. Well, we didn't catch them the same time, but we went in. You know what I'm saying? To fight our.
It was proven innocent.
He proved our innocence, but he walked in the county. Bro just beat his body, so he like, you know, he
That mean Dede a threat. Ain't got no patience. Wherever he catch you, that's when he gon' shoot it. On the voice, that mean Dede, he the threat. Dede a threat. Ain't got no patience. Wherever he catch you, that's when he gon' shoot it. Dede a rapper.
In a shocking turn of events, the biggest drill rapper in the world, Lil Durk, was recently arrested by the feds and charged with murder. His associates were also in connection with the murder. One of them in particular has a story that'll leave your today's video. We'll be telling the story of OTF Dede. OTF Dede, also known as D-Ski Wilson, Chicago, Illinois. He was a member of a hood called Tay-Town. Tay-Town was cool with Lamron, 600, O-Block, 6, Shields, STL, EBT, MOB, Jarl City, and 051 Young Money. Lil Durk and Dede are cousins since day one. When Dede started rapping,
Dirk signed him to his OTF label, but he was always a gangster that just did rap on the side. Dede had a notorious reputation. Shout him out in songs or referred to him as one of Tay-Town's top shooters. With a reputation like that, it's no surprise that Dede would find himself linked to multiple murders. As I mentioned earlier, a gang called Shield. On November 3rd, 2012, a member of Shield named Travis Henry was sitting in a car with a friend on the 5600 block of South. Beside them, a fired, shooting into Travis's vehicle repeatedly. The shooter then into the van and flee unscathed, but sadly, Travis was shot multiple times and just 19. Get arrested and officially charged with this murder about 2 years later. On November 5th, 20. Travis was shot multiple times. When a blue van pulled up beside them, a gunman hopped out of the van and opened fire, shooting into Travis's vehicle repeatedly. The shooter then hopped back into the van and fled the scene. Travis's friend was able to flee unscathed. Was shot multiple times on the scene at just 19 years old. Dede would get arrested and officially charged with this murder about 2 years later. On November 5th, identified him hit with 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Witness testimony can often be shaky, and in a place like Chicago, witnesses often recant statements for their own safety. Prosecutors didn't have strong evidence in his case, so after $8,000 bond and 20 proceeds bonded him out. Following his release from jail, and while on bond for murder, Dede's ops would capture him and do something truly sickening to him. Story is truly just. He was enjoying life out of jail. He would get set up. He was lured somewhere by his ops, and they held him up at gunpoint. Dede's ops then proceeded to rob him and cut off his drag. Realized mercy, they would make him do a disgusting act on camera. While Dede's ops forced him period while she was bleeding profusely. To make things worse, they recorded everything and posted the video online for the whole world to see. Somehow, no arrests were ever made for this incident. There's rumors online that multiple people involved in this situation were killed. Regardless, something like this would change someone forever. A few years later,
They come with the same fucking bullshit, bro. Same motherfucking ass.
good fortune would come for Dede as his murder charges were officially dropped. He would soon be one of the biggest rappers.
On for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper. His entourage in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Fired, a fight taken to the streets at this chaotic scene started in Los California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at a gas station. Evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people at this black Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
As I'm sure most of you know, famous Chicago rapper Dirk was shot and killed November of 2020 during a violent confrontation with Georgia rapper and his Losing King Juan was devastating for his associates, so they were eager to avenge it. This would lead to them coming after Quando. According to the indictment, Little Dirk and his associates learned on August 18, 2022, that Quando Rondo was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. This, DJ allegedly recruited 2 other Chicago gang members and had one of them buy plane tickets to San Diego using an OT to Los Angeles and met up with other Chicago gang members to carry out their mission to kill Quando Rondo. On August, they were able to find him. Once he was parked at the station, they ambushed him. 3 of them hopped out and fired dozens of shots at his car. Hit by a single shot, but his cousin, named Little Pav, who was standing outside of the car, was shot and killed, officially passing away at just 24 years old. Even though they didn't get to celebrate, and self-stitch with it for a while. But after 2 years, it would turn out that all of them, especially Dede, left a huge trail of evidence leading the feds right to their doorsteps. This murder would officially lead to the end of OTF and Little.
And rapper Little Dirk has been arrested and charged with a murder for hire plot. The Chicago native, whose real name is Dirk Banks, was arrested in Florida by the U.S. Marshals Service. The 32 5 other people in Chicago investigation. According to the complaint, Banks and his co-conspirators allegedly worked together to, quote, track, stalk, and attempt to murder a target at a Los Angeles gas station, firing at least 18 rounds into the person's vehicle, striking and killing a first court appearance this afternoon. Privacy after leaving court, telling ABC, quote, we will not be commenting at this time.
On October 2024, federal prosecutors announced the arrest of 5 OTF members, including that same night, Little Dirk was arrested. Indictment allegedly Dede paid the killers of Little Pav on behalf of Little Dirk. Dede is officially charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, solicitation of murder, accessory to murder, and money laundering. Both him and other affiliates that were charged in prison. Wow, I never thought that Little Dirk would ever get caught. It's crazy that they use OTF credit cards to purchase murder.
Boy, slime for Vaughn. Vaughn, boy, Vaughn's about to be big too, boy. That's fucked up. That's fucked. Just when he's about to blow, you know what I'm saying? Dirk got to get back out and set that bitch on fire.